Young Swiffa is here, sports hip hop with DJ Mad Max, Live 265, iHeartRadio, Florida Zone. You already know he's in the
Yes,
building.
sir.
Welcome to the show,
Yes,
man. How's
sir.
everything going? How's your Wednesday night?
Good, brother, man. Sorry for the delay. I'm just coming back from Mexico.
Okay, so how was your trip out there?
Yeah, it was really dope, man. I was in Playa del Carmen or whatever. It's
Okay,
pretty lit. It's kind of like the Miami of Mexico. I feel like that's what they was telling me.
fire. Now, do you feel as though you kind of want to relocate around now? Is it, would you consider that your second home? Because it seems like you had a good time out there.
What I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to get a little condo or something out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fire. Yes, sir.
So how did 2023 treat you this year as a person and just growing, and especially musically too? So how would you view 2023?
Honestly, man, like I seen a lot of people feeling like posting negative, like they can't wait for the year to go over. I felt like
Yeah,
it was doing me really good, man. Like, I did a lot of like creating on my own, like and finding my like dialing into like different sounds and things that I wouldn't like have normally did, and just had a good relationships and things I met this year. Like things pretty good, man.
yeah. I think that 2024 is going to be the year here. Especially, are you in talks with any labels? Is that like a goal for you, or you kind of just want to stay independent?
Honestly, I just whatever's best at the right time, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
like whatever that looks like is where I'm kind of at with it right now.
yeah,
Like shout out my dog Truth. Like he's like a perfect example of just like grinding and, trying to just do your own thing and like whatever comes along that's supposed to be there, like that's what it is, you know what I'm
yeah. My fault. That's the
saying?
new record I was listening to. Fire. It's been going crazy. So talk to me about the story behind how that record came about.
Appreciate it, man. My dog's the cashier, so it's like Mike and Lou, and we just like be cutting up in the stew whenever they get time and stuff. So one day we were just like going through beats and things, and I don't know, like we were just like messing around talking, and that they were playing those beats, and I just really felt it, and I don't know, I just punched in, went crazy.
Yeah, the feedback's been going crazy. Is this going to be like the lead single for an EP for you? Do you think this is the one, maybe, or is this kind of just going to be a standalone thing?
To be honest, well, yeah, honestly, I just made it like something for the fans because I have felt like to touch on what you were saying about this year. Like I've been recording a lot of records and things, but I hadn't been as active on like social media and things like I should have been. So, I kind of was like, yo, my fault to the fans and stuff because like people message me or even just my supporters like, yo, what's going on? Yeah, I see you post no new stuff in a minute. So I went and dropped two songs back to back for him, and that my fault. Just it's been going.
Yeah. So it's like sorry for the wait. And another connection with you and Wayne is that you like to take credit for the skinny jeans and the Vans and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Hey, I mean, shoot, you can see right there, man.
yeah,
Cream Campbell.
yeah, big
Shout out to
skater
man.
guy.
You feel me? Scared to turn rapper, man. That's one thing I want to stay true to my roots too. Uh, one thing, yeah, I'm glad you said that because like one thing that kind of like not really bothered me, like I'm over it now, like I'm older, but like it wasn't cool. I feel like when I was into that, like when I was first getting into skating and rapping and stuff, like being black and being on that, like a lot of people would hate. But like I still played sports and other things like that, so they kind of be like, "Oh, okay," like you know what I mean. But in like now, and everybody kind of like jumped on like a little fad thing. I felt like for a couple years. You feel me? Like and like wearing like band shirts and stuff. They don't even know who like the Misfits are and none of that stuff. You know what I mean?
And you think the
So,
Ramones are the greatest band? Is it true? You got the Ramone, you got the autograph there.
oh, I do. Yeah, that my man know. How you know all that, man?
I dug
Yeah.
deep into that research.
Yo, that's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, that's true story. My two on top of it, like one of my homeboys was like a flight attendant and they was on the plane that he was on, and they knew how much of a fan that I was for it. So got the autograph for me and sent it through like a
Oh,
real one.
that's fine.
Yeah.
What's your top song by that? What's that? I want to be sedated. What's their top song?
Nah. That's actually a good one, but I don't know. There's a lot, man. Probably honestly, mm, bro. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you what.
Yeah.
That's just too tough to say. I'm gonna just say maybe Warthog, man. I'm gonna just say that one because Johnny Ramone is one that's like one like guys that play in the background, and he kind of took the lead on that song. So I'm gonna give him that one. There's just too many. Yeah.
You know, before we get deep into, because you like that punk rock and you have the background of, you described it, the old dusties that your grandmother used to play for you, and you getting into Wu-Tang and all this stuff. What got you into skateboarding? Because I know you always spoke about being naturally gifted at sports, baseball, basketball, football. You got
Mhm.
your he's Swift. I guess you trucked the catcher. That's how you got your name there from a friend.
Yeah,
But what kind of
exactly.
got you into skateboarding? How did you get into that?
Because honestly, like, I don't know, like my grandma and stuff, like growing up, she kind of always was like just putting me in mad stuff or like just teaching me to like be open minded about things. So like to like I guess just me as being a person, I enjoy like conversation and like networking with people. um I guess just like people around me like doing different things, so it's like I know people that play basketball or football or this dude skateboards, like, so it's like I just would try different things out, and one day when I was just like mad young, I tried out skateboarding. I fell of course a couple times and stuff, but I was like, yo, this pretty cool, and just kept riding out from there.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
always have a respect for skate, and even from when I was a kid, because Tony Hawk, and I used to play the video game on the GameCube, Pro Skater 4. I remember those
Wow.
days. Yeah. Did you have that?
Yeah. Heck yeah,
Yeah.
what? Yeah, that's a vibe. Yeah, man. Tony Hawk, man, that's a legend, man. And I feel like that's one of the greatest games ever. That and like Call of Duty, something like give me those two and like some NBA, I'm good to go.
Exactly. Yeah. Those are the top games right there for sure.
Yeah, you feel me?
And
Yeah,
Tony
man.
Hawk kind of introduced me, because I was always into rap, but they used to play Gangstar on there. They played a lot of
Yup.
90s hip hop on those soundtrack there.
Yup. There's a dude, Chad Muska. Is like he's like this dude that was like a pro skater, but he used to make beats and stuff. I don't know if he still does it, but I remember in the game like little like his like special moves and shit. He'll like bust out a boombox or some shit. It's pretty cool.
Fire. You also
Yeah.
used to go to these parties where these friends of yours that used to be like, yo, you could freestyle, he could spit. So do you remember what was like that most memorable party for you? Because you would be sneaking to the studio off school
Mhm.
hours for a friend of yours that had his own studio set up to make your songs. So
Yup.
when people started to rock with you, then it's like, all right, I got to take it seriously. But what's one of those
Yup.
parties that you could tell me about where you were freestyling at that is most memorable to you?
Honestly, bro, any party back then they would do it, but I would say like ones that once like I knew the motion and stuff was there crazy. Like, yeah, me and this dude Augie, the was the dude I was talking about back in the day, where we had this song called Lil Mama, and like people had it on repeat like crazy at the party, just, and then like I remember this girl Paige being like uh basically like, yo, however much you guys got to pay to make these CDs and pass them out or whatever you got to do, I'll pay for it. Like, I just remember that sticking in my head and then playing that song about 100 times that night, and I was like, okay, yeah, like they starting to stick on this stuff crazy.
Mhm. You
Yes.
you remember your old CD player too. You had one of them where they would skip the MP3 era, but the CD player, I had one of those before I had the iPods. I remember bringing that to school, and people would be like, "Oh, you got one of those crappy cheesy things." I remember putting "Get Rich or Die Trying" into my Philips
What?
CD player.
What? I'm trying to tell you, yeah, 50 got a hit with that one, but that's still
Yeah.
a classic to this day, start to finish, man. Yeah,
Unbelievable. From the intro to where the where the quarter drops.
right. Yeah, straight up, man. Yeah, that's a classic, man. I don't know how you feel about the comparison thing. I've been seeing them talking about the 50 oh, we ain't gotta get into that. I was seeing
Oh,
it
what
on
is it? Yo, we can get
Twitter.
into that.
Yeah. I was like, man, I'm like 50 be sliding to me. Like, I don't know. Because they were trying to say like he only got one album. It was some bullshit. Like I was reading, it don't even matter.
Uh,
50, you be sliding, man.
Yeah, oh, I agree. Like, I get like he hasn't had any like big album. Probably, I mean, 2007 was the one. What was it? I Get Money on there? Curtis. That was. I
Yeah.
remember that album. But the Massacre to me was that was classic. That was his sophomore album. I mean, if you're not including the mixtapes, 50 Cent is the Future. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the G Unit
Mm-hmm.
albums.
Yeah,
It,
see my man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are classics. Yeah, 50 Cent. I mean,
Mhm.
he went into the TV thing. He expanded, so I get it. Where he didn't have to. He
Yeah.
had such a monstrous debut, and then the sophomore album and the hits. Basically, those
That's
albums
it,
were just
bro.
all hits. He doesn't have to do
Yeah.
anything else musically.
Exactly, bro. So, and I don't know, like for me, like I don't really tune into all that stuff all the time as much now, but like I like to listen to that, like stuff like that, because for me, that like puts me in the zone. It's like, damn, I want to rap right now. I want to, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
instead of like just vibey shit, I'll be like, damn, I want to rap real quick, like, you know.
Speaking of a rap, when was your introduction to Wu Tang? What was it? What song and where were you when you heard Wu Tang? Oh, Young Swiffa, can you hear me?
Oh,
Oh,
there
it
we
kind of
go.
stuck up a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah, what
What
was
you
your
say?
introduction to Wu Tang?
Shoot, honestly, like that's some stuff I used to skate to the most back in the day. Like when I was first on, is like the old school vibe. So of course the classic like that METHOD,
Oh yeah,
man.
36
You know what I'm saying?
Chambers.
Yeah, up from the 36 chambers, right, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like what? I mean, and they crazy. And I used to like them little skits and stuff they'll do in between songs, and kind of like how it would like blend it, like school mixtape thing, it would like blend into the next song. I was fucking with that. You feel me?
Have you thought about doing sketching your music like that?
Yeah, on my earlier stuff, like where I was first like trying to find my music, like how my flow and stuff is, I used to do my tapes like that. Like my first two tapes are like that. But like, yeah, those are trash.
You look back on your older
Yeah,
music like that? Are you're kind of a harsh critic on your older music?
I will be like, and like my brother, like Fly, and like other people go all of them, they'll be like, nah, that's sliding. Like they'll like it and stuff. And I respect that people honesty, like certain ones they like and stuff. Just me, I'm so like critical on my own stuff. I feel like that I even get tired of like the new songs that I do, and I'm like, because I'm so like on to the next one. I don't know if it's just my personality or something or what. It's like I always feel like I could do better than what I'm doing right now.
Mm. I was listening to Grandbaby earlier today. Like Me with Dope
Mhm.
Truth, Spooky.
Yeah,
That's a
okay.
great tape to listen to.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
And
that.
tell me you
Yeah,
look at
man.
that with positivity. You can't look at that as
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's only because it's grandbaby and I got my dogs on the table with me. So, I ain't going, hey, it's sliding, it is. Nah, but yeah, for I appreciate that, man. That like me out now on YouTube, you feel me? Grandbaby on all platforms. Let's go.
Yeah. So from taking it seriously to the point where people around you started hearing the records when you were sneaking off, like I spoke earlier, to that studio, skipping school and all that
Mhm,
stuff to go make these records. So when did you
mhm,
first say that you kind of got into that taste of the industry where you started maneuvering through and making connections? Because you spoke about that with your community with cannabis, because you were trying to do that with your
mhm,
mixtapes early on and trying to connect
mhm.
with them, and that was a tough time for you. So talk to me about when you really started to get your foot wet in the industry, because that's a whole other level.
Honestly, yeah, like so I was saying being open minded to different things, like so in that case, like I would try to, network pretty much everywhere I go, like because if I'm into something, I'm gonna go hard and try to make the most of it. You feel me? So like when I travel and things like that, like I went, for example, we went to the Cannabis Cup. It was actually the last one they did in Denver on 420. So like now with all this COVID world stuff, I don't know if they'll ever do something like that again. But so it's like there was like cannabis industry people there, like Dope is Yola, like um just like Hash House, couple like bigger name people now that like those are the homies. I met them networking with my dog Stay Green and stuff. Like so I would incorporate. I made smoke music, vibe. I came with a specifically with my smoke tape I did called Out the Jar, and
Out the
basically
jar.
was
Yep.
just, yeah, you feel me, and just straight up networking it there, and like people would look at the cover too, like, so I feel like, yeah, presentation's big too, because they would look at it like, damn, okay, quality. Then some people would take it, and then next thing I knew, I had mad people hitting me when I got back, like, yo, I was listening to that thing you gave me, it's fire. Like, I rolled up, listened to it. So like with cannabis world, that kind of helped dabble me into it a lot, because now it's people lit. Have you ever seen like those shows where like two chains be going around?
Oh, with the
Um,
cars and stuff like that,
yeah,
remodeling.
yeah, yeah, like how he goes around and he's like the most expensive things or whatever, the world's most
Yeah.
expensive. Yeah, so my dog, Tony Greenhand, Like he rolls like a bunch of crazy shit. He did like Spider-Man's and like anything you think of. Like, and I met him out there with my homeboy too. And like for example, so I just use that to bring in some more fans on my cannabis stuff. And then like rap wise, like without that, I would say like, you know, shout out KP, like that's pretty much like the group that I'm
Yeah,
in.
those are the
I am
guys that you rock with. Yeah.
yeah, you feel me? So it's like Casty, Click Clack, Wallace, Bear, you know, they all like in their areas too had their own motion and things going on, just like me. So we kind of just came together with that. And then it's like, of course, when Cast on with like his thing going on, Cash Money, all that, then you know it brings his own wave of things, and he let us open for him in tours and stuff. So we would just network and do what we could too at the same time, you know, make our own connection.
Yeah. It's Central
Mhm.
Florida. You've described that in the past as just having its own sound. How would you classify Central
Mhm.
Florida's sound in hip hop?
Yeah, so yeah, okay. So West Orlando got their own sound, like Sanford got their own sound. Basically, like I guess the way they flow, you know what I mean? Like in certain lingos is kind of like defies what part of Florida that you coming from, you know. But of course, Florida in general, certain things like you see the memes and stuff, like they be calling people jits and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that's just like a Florida thing, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gucci Mane calls you tomorrow to get on a track. I know
I'm on it.
this is your guy.
Yeah.
What's something that you want to get off your chest? What do you kind of are gonna put? What's the message you're gonna want to get off in a Gucci Mane song? What's it gonna be?
Like just to everybody, like
Yeah,
on
or
a song.
anything. What kind of song would
So
you want to make with Gucci Mane? Yeah,
hon- honestly, just some flavor. You feel me? Like it would definitely be some stunt shit, like something that I want people to turn up. Like as soon as they come on, like there's bitches booty shaking, there's blunts being lit up. You know what I'm saying? People feeling good. Basically, like feel good music, man. I don't like to be in my feelings on no sad shit. You feel me? Like we all
yeah,
gonna turn up, have a good time, man. You feel me? And like it's a celebration. You feel me? Every time you get on the track.
yeah. That's how you gotta do it, especially with Gucci Mane. He's always coming with those club records.
Yeah, that's it, bro. I want something you can ride to, like, yeah, need all of that.
And you have your own partnership too with the papers, right?
Yeah, Stunner Brand. Shout out
On a
Stunner
brand,
Brand.
yeah.
Yeah, fire. My dog, B Sax, man, Brian, and Mike. So basically, like, honestly, yeah, like those are my guys. So like natural, raw, unhemp papers, like they pretty fire. No bleach, you feel me? They burn just the right way. We smoking one right now, allegedly. But yeah, like, yeah, shout out Stunner Brand.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on today's fashion wise? But from you can look at it from the youth standpoint because people used to go at you because you used to dress differently. But even though I did hear your grandmother used to buy you the new Jordans, that
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
always your style. You were with the Vans and dressing different. So how do you feel about
mhm,
today's style? You think it's kind of, I mean,
bro,
especially with Bape, do you kind of feel like it's more laid back than what it was when you were a kid?
for sure. And there's like a different type of like agendas and like different views and stuff of the world now. So like it's things are a little more open and stuff now. Like it's okay for people to do certain things that before I feel like they'd be on you more crazy. You feel me? So like it's cool. I respect it and I appreciate where it's going with it. But like I said, now I'm older and like I could see it like that. But like before, it used to bother me. Like I used to hate not being able to go like buy these pair of Vans because I wear a common size now. Everybody rocking these things and don't before they used to be like, "Well, you got them Vans on and shit," like. But now they wearing them. Like it's how it be. Like old heads will tell you everything come back in a circle. You know what I mean? Like, but fashion wise, bro, I like all these like streetwear people, like the youth now, how like they like making their own clothes and stuff. I really think that's fire.
Yeah, especially with the jean jackets and stuff. I know there's a lot of people take that in their own hands too, especially if you're in the,
Yeah.
skateboarding scene. And yeah, people are making their own brands. Everyone's going to be their own innovators out here. But that's because a lot of the big top brands, they're not
Hmm.
dropping the fire like they used to. Like when we look at Air Jordans right now, the Jordan colorways and sneakers haven't been what they were years ago. The colorways are all
Right.
bland. So now everyone's going to start creating their own products now because we're just not getting them. And I don't know if there's going to be too many people out there besides people who have the money that are going to be blowing $600 on retros. It's crazy.
Yo, it is
Flight Club.
crazy, yo. Yo, the shoe thing, yo, especially the J's, like those are getting crazy. Dunks and stuff, like what? They
Yeah.
want like yo, crazy bread for ones that you're like, damn, like I remember you could cop those things for like $150 and that's what it was. Like, but I don't know, it's cool. I like the jits too that be like making stuff like on some Virgil shit, like you know what I mean? Like designing like yo, there's a dude Paintboy Gav that's like homies with us. Like he designs all his stuff too. Like he'll put vinyl on his clothes or like you know, distress him out or whatever and like make him his own swag, you know, that's just fire.
Yeah. No, it is,
Hmm.
man. And it's crazy. Like when you look at the fashion game, it's definitely more diverse than what it was. And you know,
Hmm.
we're gonna see like where it's heading. But you know, when we talk about your career, because you always talk about wanting to surround yourself with people that bring the best out in you, and you feel as though rappers who are like at an all-time high or just are great at what they do, it makes you
Hmm.
better. So who's that one rapper you feel as though made you better?
As a famous
Yeah,
person or like
or just being
okay.
someone that you were in the room with.
All right. So damn. There's I mean, honestly, I'll say all my guys in general, to be honest, and that's why they around me. Because in one way or another they contributed to like me and where I am right now. I just you know, like a cool thing, man, I just linked with my one of my man's face from like that I known like from like my early like 2012, no 2011, like something like that. Like way back and he was just touching on this because he hadn't heard like my music in a moment, like my stuff that I ain't dropped, like just like sat and actually chopped it up. And I played a couple records and he was like, damn man, like yeah, you came a long way with it. And was like reminiscing with me on some things. And I started thinking back and I was like, yeah, man, like it's dope to have that feeling like when you round people that been with you for like 10 years or more, you know what I'm saying? Like because they can see like whatever you've gone through, especially when you're young. Like those 10 years might have been your most important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, but honestly, yeah, all my guys basically like I would say some cool like famous people and stuff that like made me want to amp up right quick. Like I could say like Lil Flip. Like he's a real
Mm.
one. Like he gave me a couple records off rip, like no charge, nothing. Like I was out in Houston with Slim them, Truth them, like randomly. He seen me out in the club, like and like come on, welcome me in to his sections and want to like hang for the night, like. You know what I'm saying? In the studio, he was like down to just work and stuff, like off rip, didn't want no kind of nothing, was just genuine. So I would say that's probably like a really cool famous person that was real humble and like I always got love for because they just showed me love off rip and didn't expect nothing or try to like, you know, be weird about nothing.
Those are the ones there. What
Yeah.
are your other ventures outside of music? Because I feel as though you could do your own fashion thing. There's some other interests there. I feel as though you want to do. So what's some other things that people may not know about you that you want to get into?
Dude, honestly, yeah. So definitely for me, jewelry, fashion and cannabis, man. Like those would be my other avenues that I like want to try to bring into like the music fold. Like so like jewelry, like I do want to like learn how to like make like be like a custom jeweler. I think that would
Like Ben
be like
Baller.
yeah, you feel
Yeah.
me? I feel like that would be fire. Be able to incorporate that. And of course, I want to like own a couple dispensaries and things like that. Just as cannabis has always been a deep passion for me. Um, and then like fashion, of course, who doesn't like fly clothes? You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like we were touching on it, like I feel like I'm a creative person too. So like when I get to looking at things and having ideas and stuff, I could put things. I feel like I could put it together. You know, so maybe like a stylist or something, or like
Okay.
you know, or somebody that like goes through and like uh says put this together, kind of like you know how like in music that would be like a executive producer kind of where you go through and you like put this together, put that together, blend it like this, that'll be fire type shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, it's kind of. I know what you're. I know what you're kind of. I'm not gonna bring up his name right now because he's going through a lot of
Ah.
controversy. You
Yeah,
know,
okay,
I'll say it
yeah,
Diddy because Diddy is,
yeah,
you know, I get
yeah.
it. Like, I get he's controversial, but he's the
Yeah,
master at marketing. When you look at, he molded these guys' image. When you look at everything he
yeah.
did with Bad Boy,
Hey, come
hey,
on, man. He did though. He really did. Yo, and Mace be sliding too, not for nothing, bro. Mace be sliding to me still, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, what?
Harlem World.
Harlem World, yeah, straight up, man. And I don't know, not to be messy, but like, you really think he was writing for like Fabio and stuff like that, or whatever his name, Bobby
Uh,
Foreign?
I mean, I can't speak on that because I don't know, but anything's possible nowadays. I would like to think not. Fabio's been on my
Yeah,
show. I think Fabio's got his own style. That's what I'd say. I don't know if Mace wrote for him. I don't think he did, but
yeah,
then
because
again, I think Mace
I just
tried.
wondered.
Didn't Mace try like with the Oracle too? He tried like a new sound of hip hop. I
Mm-hmm.
think he
So
did try
I
that.
was saying no. I'm like, I don't know what the hell be going on, but I remember they was trying to. He had like that. He was on IG talking crazy. That's all. I was like, maybe
Yeah,
mm, crazy.
it is crazy. Yeah, a lot of craziness going on. But I get it. You kind of want to be. If there's someone out there that you would want to be a stylist for, who would it be?
Mm. In particular, I don't
Yeah.
really have an in particular, but I feel like I could style up. I could style up a lot of the young men. Like, you feel me? Like, just put a little flavor in there. Anything. You feel me? It's
Who needs
natural.
flavor? Who do you think needs flavor? It's not a knock. I mean, we trust me, man. I keep it real as it gets, man. I'll tell you who I think is terrible in the industry, who I think is good. It just is what it is. Who do you think he needs a little flavor?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know. Oh, nah. I can't do that, bro. Go to the next one, bro. I was gonna say, but I can't. Go to the next one, man. Who you think needs some flavor, man? I feel like everybody in the world could use a little flavor,
Yeah, I
some
think a lot of
flavor
people
from
can use some flavor. I think the
you.
guy who's
Feel
got the
me?
number one song on iTunes right now has no flavor, and people make more out of him than what he is. Jack Harlow, Mr. Jack Harlow.
Oh, I'm dead.
He's as white bread as it gets. I'm not gonna get deep into it, but yeah, he's the
Yeah.
most uncultured guy I've ever seen. But you know, I'll leave it at that.
My boy crazy, dog. I think.
What
Look,
a
man. Look,
clown.
now he never gonna give me a song now because you just dissed him on my shit.
Who cares? You want that? You want that guy on your track? He
Oh, I'm
sucks.
dead, bro.
He's
Go to the
terrible.
next one, bro.
He's terrible. You know how many? You know it's crazy because I have this conversation with so many hip hop artists and just personal friends of mine. There's people that think that he's better than Eminem. Give me a break, really?
No, no, that's crazy. That's outrageous.
Yeah, crazy.
That's
Crazy.
outrageous.
Yeah.
That's
When
yeah.
we think of him, just remember his halftime performance at the Detroit Lions game this year. That's who he is and who he will always be. Average garbage. Anyway.
You crazy, bro.
Anyway,
Yo.
who are your sports teams? Because I know you're naturally gifted. That was going to be the
Yeah,
segue there. But who are your
you
sports
know
teams?
what
Because
I'm
you're all
saying?
from Florida. You a Dolphin fan?
No, 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 no. So, like, family wise, born in Chicago, so Bears at heart, right? But I live in Florida, love Florida, rep Florida hard. The Bucks, man. I am a Bucks
Buccaneers.
fan. Yeah, man. Since they had the old shitty fucking mustard colored
Oh,
fucking jersey.
creamsicle jerseys with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
pirate on there with the sword.
for facts. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but those damn Dolphins, bro, they disappointed me on the last game like that. I
Oh,
couldn't
against the
believe that
Titans.
happened. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. Like what? Like what? I know coach was hot. He probably practiced for them the next day had to be shitty, but
Yeah.
how you lost like that? You came up and was so far ahead too, and then the last second, like that's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And what about for basketball? Heat fan, Magic? Who do you like?
I'm still sticking with the Bulls, bro.
Bulls. You're all the way Chicago.
Yeah, shout out like the Magic throwing stuff is cool. I like to go to little games and stuff because we in the city with it. But definitely a Bulls fan, yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah. You want to trade Zach LaVine? You want to get? I heard that's a big rumor. You're trying to trade him away.
Yeah, but I think he's that good, man. He cool with me, bro.
Yeah, you need some stars on there. You got to keep
We
someone
definitely,
to keep people coming to the games and just to keep the interest up.
yeah, bro. Like, yeah, they could do better, but they definitely, yeah, you know, it'd be
Yeah.
like that, man.
How about baseball? White Sox or Cubs?
Ooh, my family's divided. I'm a White Sox.
White
Me and my
Sox.
grandma them White Sox, but my aunt, my mama them Cubs. Like, but South Side, you feel me? So it's White Sox, man.
Yeah, they got the nicest uniform to me in the league. Uniform and hat. I like the White Sox, even though I rock
Yeah.
with the Mets. You know,
Okay,
I'll
okay.
rock with the Yankees at times because the Mets are just so atrocious right now.
Yeah, time.
But
Oh,
the
so like when they winning and something like
yeah, I
this.
mean, I'm a Jets fan and a Knicks fan, but baseball I kind of
Uh,
flop around with. Growing up, I was a Yankee fan up until a certain point, and then because I wanted to be different, and then I was listening to Nas growing up, so you always saw him with the Mets
uh,
coats and the Mets
yeah,
jersey. So I
yeah.
started rocking with the Mets more, and I went to school out in Queens, so I was like, I rock with the Mets. But yeah,
Okay.
right
No
now
doubt.
I'm rocking with the Mets, but if they keep this up and they're not going to get some big time players in here, I'm back to the Yankees. But I do like the
Yeah,
so
Yankees done had all the bread. I feel like since the beginning of time, bro.
yeah,
Like,
27 World Series wins.
yeah. Babe Ruth and all kind of shit. I feel
Gehrig,
like,
DiMaggio,
yeah,
Jeter.
Derek Jeter. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Well, speaking of the Jeters, man, there's these things called Jeter joints. Them bitches be smoking.
mm.
Check them out sometime. Jeter joints, yeah,
Yeah,
bitches be
you
fire.
got to go check them out. For people listening, go check those out. You're a big punk rock guy. Have you thought about doing something with punk rock in your own way?
Yo, not for nothing. I've been wanting to get into like songwriting more, right? So, my homeboy sent me like a whole bunch of like different crazy beats and stuff. I was going through some and I made a couple like rock, pop rock songs and
Mm.
like rock rap songs. I sent him the truth and stuff, and then he was like, "Bro, you have to make me an EP."
Yeah.
Yeah, I swear. So I'm finna send him. I'm finna send him. I'm gonna flood his phone real quick with him. But yeah, I kind of made them just to like see what was up. Like I was honestly trolling, but it actually came out way like a good song. So I'm gonna have to send them to you, bro.
Oh yeah, I got to hear this because I know you're all
Yeah,
into that. You know, we talked about the Ramones, but like Good Charlotte and all that. So Good Charlotte, that
yeah,
girls and boys song is that's classic when you look back on that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They
we don't get that like the grunge or kind of like that new metal when you had Korn, Limp
mm,
Bizkit, Linkin
mhm.
Park. We don't get any of that anymore.
Yeah, that's true, bro. Everybody's like, yeah, you're right. Everybody kind of on this thing. I think it's like social media or something, bro.
Yeah,
It
as
kind of
soon as
like
social
makes
media came, the artistic value in music dropped. It just there's no
crazy.
creativity.
Bro, I used to go and also like it makes me think because I was like right at the verge, right when it was like coming out to be something. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm right there where like people had to put in the footwork, but then I'm right here where the phones is. So I'm kind of like torn on like what's supposed to be going on. But I remember like when I was trash and first starting to do stuff, like I used to like hang up posters around town that I would go to the Office Depot and print them out after I made them on the computer and like go to the gas station, the corner store, they know me. They let me put my stuff up there in the corner and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Put that footwork in like
You
that.
really
And now,
wanted it
like,
though. That goes to show you
yeah,
really wanted it. You put all these because people are treating social media as the corner or the gas station where you would put it up. And you know how easy it is? You could do that laying in bed. Let's take that away from them and you take the cloud away. Are they really doing that? It's different.
what? It's different, bro. Yeah, I feel like some people they wouldn't have the heart to even do that because people don't even be wanting to get out their car to go in the fast food spot. They still want to wait in the 10-minute line in the drive-through. Like it
Exactly.
doesn't even, you know what I'm saying? Don't make no sense. So like, yeah, I agree with you. Like, take the phone away. Like half of them wouldn't even make music.
No,
It's crazy. So
it's a
that's one
clout
thing I
chase
say.
thing.
Yeah, longevity for me. Like I just like I feel like I'm gonna be like 2 Chainz. I'm gonna just hit one day.
Yeah. And he's
Yeah.
been doing it for a while. I know we talk about the Griselda guys, them blossoming late.
Hmm.
It took 2 Chainz a long time to pop when he did. You look up his age, he's not
Yeah.
young as we all think he is. He's got a youth. He's youthful, but he's
Yeah.
been working for a long time to get where he was at.
Man, that boy be sliding, bro. Every like
Yeah,
when I listen to it, I like the way he do his bars and shit though. Like, cause he gonna put like a funny one in there or something like,
yeah, he's
kind of like you
comedic.
know, what I'm yeah, like he gonna slide on some serious shit and then he gonna put a little funny one in there to make you think. Like you be like, oh, that he's funny. Like
Yeah,
I like that. It's
yeah,
creative. You know what
crazy.
I'm
So, Young Swiffa,
saying?
what's the outlook for 2024? I know we mentioned the label deal earlier. You know, right place, right
Hmm.
time, what makes sense. But what's the outlook for 2024 for you?
Man, I'm trying to just elevate to the next level, wherever that might look like. Every year, got to do better than the last. For sure, I'm gonna be more consistent on dropping. On coming out the gate January with it, first quarter, dropping new releases. I'm like, so what you think, man? Singles and because I asked my friends this today, so it's still. Let me see how much the percent. I don't want to lose you on here, but it was like 75% say single in a new video over tape in the video because I think they just ready for new music. But what you think, tape in new videos off the gate or single in new video and keep dropping?
Mm.
Yeah,
I like the singles, but I do feel as though the singles get played out because I know we're in a singles era right now. I want a tape, man, because that's what I like. I
yeah,
like to listen to a whole discography, just a whole project long. That's what I like with visuals,
yeah,
like a
yeah.
real
Of course,
rollout. I like that.
yeah.
The singles, I
Okay,
mean, the attention
they're cool,
span,
right?
it works because people's attention spans are like that. But you got to look at it from the artist standpoint. How many singles do I got to put out here? Because you're gonna want one every week.
Yeah,
It's you give them a project, you
yeah.
could take a break.
Yeah, and to roll out the right way. So yeah,
Yeah,
I feel you. That's
exactly.
so yeah, so that's what's on the way. You feel me? You heard it first. And then just yeah, man, definitely some more trips, you feel me, networking. I found some cool things that I realized that I was lacking too on the promo. Like when I was just out there in Mexico, they be using QR codes on everything. You feel me? I was like, damn, I should drop me a couple of them out there while I'm gone type shit. So a
Yeah.
lot more traveling, more networking, dropping more music, trying to get my songwriting in. Look out for that.
Gotta look out for it. Young Swiffa, is there anything else you'd love to let your fans know? Anything else that we didn't cover here tonight, man?
It's free to show love, beloved. Remember that. But I love everyone that rocks with me. I appreciate you for the opportunity. And definitely, yeah, that we're dropping a lot more music this year. And I want to get into that songwriting. So everybody, that's what I'm looking for. And I appreciate the support, man.
Of course, man. I'm rocking with you, man. Anytime you want to come back on the show, you're always welcome. Shout out to L Nice. Keep doing your thing. Once
Yeah,
you
that's
drop
right.
that tape, you got to come back so we can do another interview.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
I
do it.
can't wait
Shout
to hear
out.
this punk rock too. That's
Yeah, I'm gonna send you that. Text me. I'm gonna send it to you.
yeah, 100%, man. I look forward to hearing it. Let them know they can follow you on Instagram, Twitter, and all that. Make sure they can check you out on all platforms.
Yeah, amen. Say man, check out your boy Young Sweet. It's at sign Young Swiffa, YOUNG SWIFFA. All platforms, all digital streaming platforms, Twitter, Instagram, all of that. Love.
You already know, man. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night, all right?
You too, brother.
All right,
Later.
Young Swift. Take care, man.
Yay.